Buenas tardes, good evening. First of all, I want to say thank you for to let me be part of um, uh, this presentation to this sharing community event. So I'm really excited and I'm really touching, but so far, what do I see? So, so what I want to share is the approach of my work with the theme. But as you know, I'm from Mexico. I've been here 24 years working in communities in education field. And we call it honoring the ancestors. That was the program that we work with the Minneapolis Institute of Arts and the students from my school. And every tradition, every people around the world has their own way to honoring the ancestors. So this is example in Mexico City, at the Zócalo. They take new approaches to this holiday celebration. This holiday that's very important in Mexico. As you know, they make parades now. It starts to change. It's not just at the cemetery will take place, but also every November 1st and 2nd. With the ofrendas like my grandma used to put there, in the house, waiting for the ancestors, for the grandparents, great-grandparents, to visit us and enjoy all the aromas and flowers. That's the way we celebrate, with sugar schools, that's a very, like the sweet death. Ironically, now the sugar is killing a lot of people with diabetes and that kind of thing, right? But so it's part of the traditions we have. As a kid, you play with the skull, the sugar, you eat it, but at the same time, it's kind of respecting that. So this slide is part of the mural that is really famous in Mexico City, but created by some people here, Estudio Pintura by Armando Gutierrez, but it reproduced the scene of the thing. This is an iconic image of the Dia de los Muertos with some marks of city of Minneapolis. The Rose Garden, the Stonebridge Arch, the Sculptor Garden, the San Mary's Cathedral, and Dia de los Muertos flowers, etc. So that's the influence that we have here. No matter where you are, you still have that kind of connection with honoring your ancestors, thinking about them, and make that bond with other people. Other people who also wants to see more colorful, more enjoyable the remembrance of their people who are already gone. So this work, a collaboration with Rocco, is a Mexican artist, that he's a graffiti artist. As you can see, his influence that he started to mess with my painting. I say, well, it's okay, man. So this a print that we create. It's wood carving, right? We use steamroller is a press with people in Northfield. That we create this in the Plains Art Museum, an exhibition. Then the Minneapolis Institute of Arts really interesting in ofrendas, and then we host that. They host that for my students for 9 years in a row, displaying their artwork. How lucky kids, they have their own work and the museum when they're teenagers. I never had the opportunity. But I have this opportunity to display one ofrenda when they're traditional with modern things at the lobby of the MIA years ago, with some traditional elements, is the way that we create the ofrendas to honoring the people, we love, who passed. With sand, like mandala tapestry on the floor with sand, and flower allow you to put real flowers, so we use paper flowers and stuff, but the intention was the same. The 4 levels of steps, that means the 4 elements of life, and it was visited for many people, and we have really good reviews about it, very good opinions about this introduction to new audiences about how my people celebrate this important holiday. At the lobby in the MIA, and I was there. That's another version of the print that we create. The other one is more digital manipulated, but it's the same 4 by 8 foot. The large prints, we use a steamroller machine to print them. That's a really new process for me. They never used something like that. Of course, when we talk about the death of humans, so we touch about them, but also the idea of species that we think about some endangered species, like the jaguar and the environment where they live, and the quetzales. Then now a lot of companies, especially from Canadian companies, they try to extract all the fossil energy from there and destroy the environment of those. Another example of find a dead turtle shell and create this element by questioning, how much since we extinct or kill other species, we done to ourselves, some kind of thing like that. And working with my students, having them some creativity about the holiday that we have. We create mugs, these vessels, with it something related. So. Monarch butterflies are really present in this holiday because they represent the ancestors. They travel north and south from all the way from Canada and United States to central Mexico. In November, they arrive, and it's the Day of the Dead, and it's what we believe is the souls of the ancestors arriving for celebrate. So life's a beautiful